The leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, made a rare visit to Egypt for diplomatic talks aimed at securing a new ceasefire in the conflict with Israel. Haniyeh, who usually resides in Qatar, is intervening personally amid what sources describe as intensive negotiations to allow aid into Gaza and secure the release of hostages. Reports indicate that Hamas and Israel are discussing the terms of a potential truce, focusing on which hostages held in Gaza could be freed and which prisoners Israel might release in return. Israel is set to insist on the release of all remaining women and infirm male hostages, while Palestinians convicted of serious offences might be on the list of prisoners to be freed. The situation remains complex, with a significant gap between the publicly stated positions of the two sides. Hamas rejects any temporary pauses and insists on a complete end to the Israeli war on Gaza, while Israel maintains that the conflict will only conclude with the release of all hostages and the destruction of Hamas. Haniyeh's visit to Cairo is seen as an attempt to assess whether Israel or Cairo has made any new proposals. However, a Palestinian official stated that it was too early to speak of expectations. In the diplomatic arena, the United Nations Security Council has delayed a vote on the latest resolution, hoping to reach an agreed text. The international community, including Washington, has increased pressure on Israel to scale down its military campaign in Gaza. As the conflict intensifies, casualties mount on both sides. Wounded victims of Israeli bombings, including children, were seen being carried into hospitals in Gaza. At the same time, Israeli forces continue their offensive, particularly in the northern and southern regions of the Gaza Strip. The humanitarian situation in Gaza has reached a critical point, with international aid organizations warning of a looming catastrophe. Approximately 90% of Gaza's 2.3 million residents have been displaced from their homes, facing food shortages and limited access to medical supplies. Amid this dire situation, the fate of hostages and the possibility of a ceasefire remain uncertain.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.